Hey, what's going on, everybody? Google has done it again. We've got a new update for the QPR Beta 2 on your Pixel devices. So this is the Pixel 10 XL. We're going to go ahead and go over what's new with it, how to install it. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so I just recently did a video on the first 2026 update for the Pixel devices, which is super cool. So if you haven't checked that out, you can check it out up here. So let's go ahead and go over the update for the QPR Beta 2. So in the previous video, I talked about some of the new updates that we get from 2026. One of the big ones is battery. So if you like battery, definitely check this out. Battery drain is supposed to be fixed with this latest update. So if you're experiencing any battery drain, I highly recommend doing this. To update your phone, all you're gonna do is simply go ahead and go into your phone, and you'll go ahead and you'll swipe down from the top. You'll go into your settings. You'll click on the settings gear here, and then you'll go ahead and scroll down until you get to system. You'll then go ahead and select system. Then you'll scroll down until you see software updates. So if you click on software updates, it will tell you your device is up to date. Don't believe it. Click on that button down there. So we click on this, it'll go out, it'll say it's up to date. Click on that check for updates button. 9 times out of 10, it'll go out and it'll pull an update. If it's not available just yet, don't worry, it's coming. These roll out. They are not all available to all devices like some other manufacturers, Apple. Anyway, so once we get the update, then you can go ahead, install it. It'll take a few minutes to install. And let's go ahead and go over the features or updates that we get. Most of these are bug fixes. We don't get any new features that I've seen. There is one that's kind of cool, special access for screen automation. And so what that's going to do is that's going to allow your apps to help you complete tasks by interacting with other applications that are running in the background. If you have a Pixel device, you already know how useful this device is day to day without even thinking about it. Google is constantly looking to make things easier for their users, and I definitely can attest to that. I use this phone on a daily basis, and there is a lot of things that just make everything so much easier. I don't even have to think about it. It's not Magic Q. Magic Q is, it doesn't work for me. It may work for others, but a lot of other features. Call screening is the best on the Pixel devices. I've got a Samsung device. I've got a couple Samsung devices, and I always come back to this phone. This has my SIM in it because of the call screening features. I get spam calls on my Samsung devices all the time. Pixel, 99% of the time, spam gone. Okay, so let's check out what we have for bug fixes. Going down the list here, I'm just gonna read this off because there is a lot of bug fixes here. There was an issue with the app drawer where it would become completely unresponsive when scrolling, which required updates to the UI elements and rendered. So that is fixed. Android Auto incorrectly logs extensive screen time, impacting your battery life. So if you have battery issues and you're using Android Auto, we should be looking good there. We've got graphical glitches and performance degradation when interacting with the notification shade in full screen or picture-in-picture modes by improving display rendering. There is an excessive battery drain, which I talked about, which was occurring overnight by optimizing background process power consumption. An issue where the battery charging limit was not being respected, causing devices to charge to 100% instead of the limit that you set. So in the battery section, if you set it to 80%, it was still charging to that 100%, and that supposedly is fixed. There was an issue where users experienced slow internet speeds on Wi-Fi due to a Wi-Fi connection bug. It crashed when accessing radio information settings. Users experienced a noticeable delay and lack of feedback when switching audio outputs to speakerphone during calls. This was resolved by improving audio routing logic. There was a display issue causing screen flickering when waking the device from always on display by updating system web view. So if you're having flickering issues with the screen when you go to wake up your phone, that should be addressed in this update. An issue causing inconsistent or failed wireless charging and slow wired charging by improving the power management system. So if you're having any of those issues with charging, those should also be taken care of. And then there was a system crash that occurred when folding a foldable device. So if you have one of the Pixel foldable devices, with the foldable device with an app open by fixing an issue with activity lifecycle management during device state changes. So as you can see, there is a lot of bug fixes in this release. They also made some changes. They reorganized the settings. So the settings and system menu is a little bit different that you'll notice if you go in there. They also made some widget adjustments. So widget adjustment tweaks, they can use the drag handles to add a touch of dynamic color. And you can check out, I'll put a link down below to the 9 to 5 Google blog that goes over that so you can actually see those. And I'll put up on the screen here just so you can see those color changes. And then like we talked about, this screen automation. So those are the main things that we get updated in QPR3 Beta 2. Okay, and that about wraps it up for QPR3 Beta 2. Check out this video up here. If you haven't joined the beta, I go over all the steps on how to join the beta. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel and click that bell notification so you're updated when new videos get uploaded. As always, I appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you in our next video.